This week on The Digital Coffee, will we soon be able to schedule tweets on Twitter from the web? Instagram is launching some new insights, but they're still rubbish. And will business users on TikTok no longer be able to use music? All that and more after this. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Digital Coffee. This is your weekly dose of digital marketing and social media news for small business. My name is Amanda Webb. Have you ever wanted to schedule a tweet directly from Twitter? Maybe you're there and you're writing the tweet and think, actually, this would be better going later. But of course you can't. You'd have to go to TweetDeck, or you'd have to go to Twitter Media Studio or Twitter Advertising, or you'd have to go and use a third-party tool to schedule to Twitter. Well, it looks like not anymore. It looks like Twitter are going to enable scheduling directly from Twitter. Wouldn't this be cool? Let's have a quick look at what it will look like. This was tweeted by Matt Navarra, who hunts out social media updates on Twitter. And as you can see, when you go to write a tweet, there'll be this option to schedule. And when you click that option to schedule, here it is. You'll be able to check the day, the month, the year even, and you will be able to select the time. So why might you use this? Why might you use it? Well, firstly, you might want tweets to go out at a specific time. There might be a time when you know most of your audience are online, but hey, it's not that time that you're sitting there right now. So these are important tweets that you want people to see. That could be it. Or, and this is why I started using scheduling a while back, you may wish to space out your tweets. You might be in the middle of a bit of a Twitter storm. You know, when you go in and you just share everything. Maybe you want to space those out a little bit. Or maybe there's something that's time sensitive. Maybe you want to tweet that the digital coffee is starting in 10 minutes. And that's why you might want to schedule a tweet. So this will be really great. It'll be really great for people that just manage one Twitter account, so they don't need a third-party tool to do it. It'll be really handy for those people. But just to think about it, once you get scheduling, Twitter went a bit wrong when everyone started scheduling, because you need to be on Twitter having those conversations with people in real time. So you can't schedule every single tweet. You still need to go in and have those physical conversations. You need to balance the two, because if you're not there, you're going to miss making those connections with the people that you can do business with, the journalists and the bloggers who may help you promote your business. But I brought my thumbs up sign back this week. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. What do you think? Would you like to see scheduling directly on Twitter? Google Lens. There's a new tool from Google Lens. What am I talking about? Whichever you prefer, handwritten notes or typed notes. If you're a handwritten notes person, you no longer need to choose between the two, because this new tool from Google Lens will scan your handwritten notes. It will guess what you're trying to say in your handwritten notes, and you will be able to pick it up on your computer. So you scan on your phone and then you can paste it into a document on your computer. It's magic. When I first did this, I had to go and tell people. I was so excited about it. Let's have a look at how it works. Firstly, you'll need an app. You'll need either the Google Lens app for Android or just the regular Google app for iPhone. It works with both. And here is the text that I was scanning. Now, it is just my to-do list. I did do a more comprehensive test later. I got into my Google app and I went to, there's like a little squarey icon. I copied the text. You can see it's highlighted the text in blue. It even knew the bits that were crossed out it shouldn't do. And then I went in and pasted it into a document on my computer. Pretty impressive, huh? Just took a second to do. So later on, I tried it again. I tried it with some a bigger, chunkier lot of notes that I'd taken as part of a training session I did, which were reasonably neatly written. And it got, I'd say, about 95% accuracy on those notes, which is huge because I like handwritten notes because I feel when I handwrite, it goes into my head more than when I type. Because, you know, you can type, so if you're a fast typer, you type so fast that it's kind of gone before you've even had time to think about it. But that means if I want to put them on my computer, I have to go and type them out later. So now I'll just need to go and make the edits to the things that I've done badly. TikTok are changing the rules on how you use music. Business accounts up until now have been able to use the full TikTok library of music when they have been creating content for TikTok. And TikTok used to be a company called Musical.ly. They have some really good deals, so they get an awful lot of music that you can use as part of your videos for TikTok. This week, TikTok contacted verified businesses to tell them that they could no longer use this music. In fact, they kind of worded it weirdly. They just said they could use music from a specific library of music, or if they had bought the license themselves for a piece of music, of course, they could use that as well. So they cut them off from a lot of the pop music that they would have naturally been using within their TikTok videos that are actually part of the ecosystem of how TikTok works. Now, of course, this is a copyright issue, right? Because when they got the license, or when you buy a license for a piece of music or a stock photo, you have the option of a private license for private use only, or a commercial license. So what I'm imagining happened here is that TikTok hadn't got that commercial license. So they put a stop to it. Now, it was maybe going to cost them too much. But there's a problem here, isn't there? Firstly, this only applies to verified business accounts. So if you haven't switched to a verified business account, you can still use their full library of music. Secondly, it's going to de-incentivize people to set up business accounts, right? And that's not going to be good for TikTok in the long run. They need people to self-select as businesses, and they'll tease you in with things like statistics and ads that you want to use. And that's how they're going to make their money, by monetizing the businesses that are on TikTok. But now, I don't want a business account if I can't use the music, if the videos that I make can't be part of the ecosystem of TikTok. So it's interesting. I'm wondering how TikTok are going to continue to monetize with this in a way. Will they have to go and buy a commercial license for everything that is published on TikTok? It's going to be interesting to see how this one happens. One of the reasons people switch to a business account on Instagram is for the statistics, right? I know I did. That's what got me. It was like, you're going to give me stats. I need to know, am I wasting my time on Instagram, or is this actually relevant? So they got me at stats. And when they first brought out Instagram Insights, they were really rudimentary, really basic stuff. You could hardly see anything. But still, I wanted them, because up until then, you couldn't even know if people saw your photos. You couldn't know if they saw your videos or how many times they saw it. I wanted these statistics. And over time, they have evolved. They've got, I'm going to be honest here, slightly better. They're not great, to be honest, are they? You can access some of them via the web if you use Creator Studio, but they're really basic. They don't even give you what you can get on your mobile on the web, which is kind of frustrating. So when I saw this tweet from Jane Manchun Wong this week, I was kind of excited. She was saying that they were testing some new insights, and this is what she showed us. So I went into my phone to see did I have it, and I couldn't quite tell, and I was matching my phone up to her screen grab here, and then I realized the thing that was different. The thing that was different is the bit I've highlighted around that in that orange box there. And these are content insights, and content insights will show you stats for your content, how many times people watch your IGTV videos, for example, how many times within a time period people watch this. So rather than just getting your collated stats, you'll be able to see how people are engaging within a specific time frame. So this is good. This is good. But that's it. That's it. Come on, Instagram, we need better statistics. You need to give us Facebook level statistics. You need to give us statistics we can download and analyze like you get on Facebook. We need more. Who agrees? Do you agree? Had you noticed Things have been going wrong with Facebook this week. If you have tried to go live from your Facebook business page, have you had problems? Have you tried to go and visit a page or a group and it just won't load? In fact, have you gone to Facebook altogether and it just won't load? Have you clicked on a post and it won't load? Yeah? Me too. Me too. Loads of people are reporting glitches on Facebook, and this is happening because, or we hope because, Facebook is finally rolling out their new design to all users. So this has been in the works, I'd say, for 2 years. I remember looking at a Facebook event 2 years ago where they talked about this design. And some people have had it for a while. Some people aren't going to notice because it was so long ago that they got it. They don't realize that this is a new design, but we're all going to get it soon. But obviously the rollout of this whole design is causing havoc in Facebook code land. And when we think about it, you know, Facebook code must be massive. They have hundreds, if not thousands of people working on Facebook code every day. So when they roll out a big update like this, they've no way of knowing, is this going to affect and have a knock-on effect on someone else's code? It's a mess, really. And they couldn't even start programming Facebook from the start to fix it. So hopefully they're going to fix all these glitches. I think the biggest one for people is the fact that they are having problems going live from Facebook directly onto their business page. So obviously I'm live. I hope I am. You're all commenting. I'm live on my Facebook page now, but I'm using a third-party tool called Ecamm Live. So if you're a Mac user, that's good. StreamYard seems to be working. I've heard they've had a few problems with Zoom, but I have also heard that that is working now. So we are just going to need to wait until this glitch fest is over. Hopefully, people are working hard to fix all the glitches. LinkedIn polls are here and they are official. They are official. A few weeks ago, we saw that Jane Mansion-Wong, the reverse engineer, had spotted that LinkedIn were going to launch polls, and now they are here. And this is what they look like when you're setting them up. Here you go. Here's me setting up my poll, and you can see right at the bottom of the window, that went really fast, there's an option for you to click create poll. You put in your question, you can put in as many options as you want, and then it goes out on your page. And I did this, it went out on my page last time I looked. It's been running for a day and a half, I'd say a day and a half, and I've got 24 poll responses, a couple of comments, and some reactions. So 24 poll comments. It may not seem like a lot to you, but actually for me, that's quite a lot of engagement on my LinkedIn account, because definitely a lot more than I would get if I posted a question. And what I like about LinkedIn polls and actually Instagram polls and Facebook polls is it gets people who wouldn't normally take action to take action. And it reassures you that people are actually reading and consuming your content. So 24 people who voted in the poll saw my post and read it for long enough to make a decision for the option they wanted to go with. So I'm feeling a lot better than some of the posts that I put out on LinkedIn, which are just tumbleweed, really. So these are great. You can't see the engagement rate. I can't see how many people, at least on my phone, saw the poll. So even though I know there were 24 engagements or slightly more with the comments and the reactions, I can't see what my engagement rate is, but I am pleased with the results. LinkedIn are launching virtual events. This is part of their events function that they have there. How many virtual events have you attended, do you think, since this lockdown started? It's probably a lot. You know, I'm quite picky about how many I do, but I think I've done a lot. So there's conferences, there's training sessions, there's Zoom calls. So I'm not going to put a figure on it. I'm just going to say a lot. And I'm sure you are watching this show, so you have probably attended a lot as well. So LinkedIn wants in on this action. Within events, within virtual events, people will be able to get in, have conversations. You'll be able to put in threads. They're a little bit like a group, but revolving around an event. And you will be able to broadcast live into your event feed. So you can have your virtual training session, your virtual conference on LinkedIn. And there's a couple of advantages to this, right? There's a few advantages. Firstly, if you're running a virtual event, whether it's a conference or whatever, people don't need to go and join something else. They don't need to go and sign up for Zoom or sign up for your virtual conferencing system. They just log in with their LinkedIn profile. Secondly, probably these events are happening on Facebook very often. And LinkedIn, for a lot of events, might be a better venue. Facebook, maybe for your business to consumer events, so people like Mel, perhaps for those. But LinkedIn is going to be a more professional network for you to run your business related events. The only downside that I can think of is you need to have LinkedIn Live. And I applied again the other day. I still don't have it. Loads of other people who don't even do Facebook Live shows have it. So please, LinkedIn, will you give that to me? On Instagram, when you're watching stories, do you have a problem that you're only watching the same stories over and over again? Because you know the algorithm will put stories from the people that you see stories from the most right at the top of the screen, right at the top, so you won't miss those. But you watch those and then you go into stories that you're not sure you really enjoy. So you find yourself swiping and swiping and swiping and swiping, and eventually you get bored. You might even leave it and go up to the top to scroll through. Well, Instagram have noticed that this is a problem, and they have introduced, or are testing, I have to say, because this is from Jane Mansion Wong, our reverse engineer, they are testing a new way for you to navigate from stories to another story rather than having to swipe. So this is what you do. You'll be watching a story, you swipe down, and then you'll be able to scroll back and forward to find the next story that you want to read. It's going to be a little less clunky for you to get through to stories you want to see. And this is going to, I think, work really well in two ways. One, for Instagram, is going to work because people will stop giving up on stories because they haven't seen a good one in a while. It'd be a lot quicker for them to just skip a few and get onto something new. So that'll be more time people watching stories, which means more space for ads. But also for us, with our business accounts, it does give us the opportunity to get seen by more people, because maybe they never got to our story. Maybe that swiping they never got. So this way they'll be able to swipe ahead, find your story, watch it, and if they like it, it's going to tell the algorithm that they like your story. They tapped through and watched your story rather than swiping, which means you're going to appear at the top of the search of their feed the next time they log in. So I think this could be really positive. And Mosserai, the guy from Instagram, responded to Jane's tweet to say, yes, they were testing a few ideas. So it would be interesting to see how this one pans out. The support local business or support small business sticker is live on Instagram. Here it is. So go use that today. Go support local businesses that you like. You don't just need to put one on your Instagram story. You can put as many as you like. Give a shout out to your favorite businesses today. I'm at Spiderworking, just saying. The other good thing about this is there is a shared story. So when you use this sticker, there is a story at the top. People will be able to tap through to see all the businesses that is tagged, which gives you, not just the small business that you are tagging, a little bit more exposure. YouTube chapter stops are here. You may remember me talking about this before, that there would be, if you do a video like this one that might have segments, so I do an edited version of this for YouTube, or maybe you do tutorial videos where there are different steps in the process, you will be able to add chapter stops so people can click quickly onto the bit that they want to see, and they'll appear as little kind of dots on your YouTube video. They're here. You can activate them today if you want to. All you need to do is add timestamps to your videos. I've made a little video a while ago showing you how you can add timestamps. Just to add, you will also need to put in a timestamp for 00:00 right at the beginning of your video to activate them. I tested it yesterday on last week's espresso version of the digital coffee, and it works perfectly. I think it's a really user-friendly way for people to be able to navigate your video. And finally, have you seen rooms have come to groups? When Facebook launched rooms, I said I'd love to see this in groups, but there was no mention of it at the time. Well, it is here in some groups. I have it in Social Media Society, which is Social Media Examiners training group. I've seen it there. I've talked to a friend who has it. I don't have it in my group. Come on, Facebook, Give it to me. I want this. I won't send everyone to Zoom if you use it.